Today might be the biggest day for Palantir. New all-time high has been recorded. People are celebrating. Alex Karp just dropped a set of massive bombshells in an interview today. The hype is through the roof. Institutional investors bought more than half of everything. Elon Musk steps in and gives his reactions. What is happening? How will all of these make sense? What on earth am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. Today might just be the biggest day yet for Palantir. The stock just hit another all-time high, soaring to an unbelievable $85. This is huge, not just for the company, but for the entire Palantir community. Just a few weeks ago, the sentiment around Palantir was completely different. People were bearish, doubting its future, calling it a bubble that had finally burst. Even Jim Cramer threw in one of his infamous takes, which some thought was the final nail in the coffin. But here we are. Palantir has completely defied expectations and left all the skeptics in the dust. The whole atmosphere shifted in an instant. Online, the energy is electric. People who never stop believing are celebrating, and even those who had doubts are getting caught up in the hype. One analyst on Twitter summed it up perfectly in just a few words. Back like we never even left. That tweet alone captures the mood. Palantir didn't just recover, it came back stronger, proving everyone wrong in the most dramatic way possible. But hold on a second. You might be wondering, why? Why is this happening? Where is this insane movement coming from? Well, it turns out Palantir's CEO, Alex Karp, has been making waves lately. He recently sat down for an interview with CNBC, and honestly, it might be the most interesting thing you'll ever hear about Palantir. This wasn't just any interview. Karp came in with confidence, energy, and a vision that had people hanging on to every word. One Twitter analyst explained exactly how everyone felt about it, tweeting, "Palantir CEO Alex Karp just delivered a masterclass on CNBC in communicating your company's vision to the world. An exceptional performance by a one-of-a-kind CEO." And that's the best way to put it. Karp didn't just talk about Palantir, he made people believe in it all over again. So what exactly did Alex Karp talk about? Well, it was a lot to take in, but luckily one Twitter analyst managed to break it down and highlight the key moments. Karp's interview with Sarah Eisen was a real game changer. One of the standout points was about how Palantir builds its products, not for flashy perks like steak dinners, but for one simple goal: creating tools that genuinely help their customers grow or save costs, which of course makes them want to keep coming back for more. Whether it's a massive customer like BP or a healthcare institution, the formula is clear. They deliver value, and it's paying off in a big way. He also talked about the broader trends driving Palantir's growth, especially the resurgence of manufacturing in America, which he sees as a huge opportunity for the company. But when it comes down to the nuts and bolts of Palantir's approach, Karp made it clear that their internal focus is on doing things cheaper and faster. It's not about following the standard rules for building software or companies. It's about doing it in a way that delivers the most value to customers, faster than anyone else could. Palantir's got that efficiency dialed in. Another fascinating part of the interview was Karp's thoughts on AI and their role in it. He emphasized how Palantir's focus on large language models and their unique ontology isn't just a trend. It's a revolution. The company's goal is to help organizations perform at their peak, not just line its own pockets. And that's why customers trust them. When asked about the future, Karp's optimism was clear. He believes Palantir can transform the way U.S. companies are run, and with that comes massive growth. The biggest challenge now? Keeping up with the rapid adoption of Palantir's products, especially within U.S. commercial sectors. But despite having a small sales team, he's confident they're doing everything they can to make it happen. Lastly, Karp reflected on how Palantir builds its products. Not by just listening to what customers ask for, but by creating what they truly need, often taking on the risk themselves. They invested their own money, sweat, and effort into building the products that would make a real impact. And that mindset has shaped the company into what it is today. And while Palantir is buzzing with all this tech talk, Karp also let something big slip, something that not everyone knows about, but it's one of the most useful tools Palantir has to offer. He mentioned Apollo, and believe it or not, it's probably their most underrated product. Most investors have no idea how important Apollo is. As Karp put it, "There's a product we use, Apollo, that's actually very important. It's highly technical." So what exactly is Apollo? Let's break it down. Think of Apollo as the mission control for software in big organizations. Imagine how mission control in space makes sure everything is running smoothly and safely. It's kind of the same idea for software. Apollo manages and automates software deployments across various systems, ensuring that updates and new applications get to where they need to go without any interruptions. In simpler terms, Apollo works like a super efficient automated delivery service for software. It ensures that updates are deployed on time without slowing anything down, and everything works seamlessly, even across different systems and locations. For large organizations, this is crucial. Software needs to be updated often, and it has to keep running smoothly. With Apollo, companies can deploy updates without downtime, so everyone can keep working while the updates roll out. Plus, it makes sure everything is secure and running at top performance. What's great about Apollo is that it automates all of this, reducing the chance of human error and making operations way more efficient. It's like the AI behind scaling complex software deployments. Now, when you look at how Palantir is doing today, you can see how Apollo ties into everything. Palantir's strength is all about delivering powerful, seamless solutions to their customers. Apollo is a big part of that. It's the unsung hero that makes everything run smoothly behind the scenes, ensuring the software is integrated, updated, and secure at lightning speed. And given the way Palantir's stock has been climbing, it's clear this kind of innovation is what's fueling their rise. They're not just keeping up with the competition. They're ahead of the curve, and Apollo is a major part of that. Here's another kicker from Karp's interview. He actually mentioned Elon Musk, and it was more than just a casual mention. He cleared up some of the controversy surrounding Elon, especially the wild accusations that have been thrown his way. Karp said something pretty bold. The two CEOs who run publicly traded companies are Elon and I. Then added that whatever you think of Elon, branding him in a bad spotlight due to his simple actions lately and tying it with his international efforts. It didn't take long for Elon to notice Karp's comments. He immediately reacted saying, "Alex Karp is awesome. Now, why does this matter?" Well, beyond the drama and headline-grabbing quotes, this shows a couple of things. First, Karp isn't afraid to speak out, especially when it comes to defending his friends or setting the record straight. He's making waves not just with Palantir's tech, but also in the broader business world. And second, the fact that Musk, one of the biggest names in tech, publicly backs Karp shows there's some serious mutual respect between these two innovators. With all these massive movements happening around Palantir, it's no surprise that the stock price has absolutely skyrocketed lately. People are even speculating about crazy things, like maybe a collaboration between Tesla and Palantir on the horizon. While that might seem unlikely, just the thought of it has sent a wave of excitement through the Palantir community. Investors are scrambling to get their positions locked in, knowing this is a moment they can't afford to miss. But here's where it gets even more interesting. A lot of the recent buying frenzy is coming from past institutional investors. According to a tweet from a Twitter analyst, Palantir's stock closed at a new record high, and it's been bouncing back strong, regaining a significant chunk of the losses it took during the recent correction. But here's the kicker. About 2/3 of institutional holders who reported holding Palantir positions in the last quarter have been buying more. These big players are clearly doubling down on Palantir, showing that they believe in the company's future and are positioning themselves for more growth ahead. This kind of support from institutional investors just adds to the hype and confidence surrounding Palantir right now. And looking at the long-term picture, it's clear Palantir is being set up for a bright future. With its dedicated developers and an insanely strong community backing it, there's really no doubt about where this company is headed. One of the biggest reasons for this confidence is Palantir's deep ties with the US government, and especially the military. One Twitter analyst really hit the nail on the head with a tweet saying, "To stay on top, the US government and US military need software that works." That's Palantir. Palantir is more powerful than you can imagine. Karp has the leverage. This connection to the US government gives Palantir a unique and powerful position in the market. It's not just another tech company. It's one that plays a crucial role in national security and critical operations, giving it a level of stability and trust that most companies can only dream of. Their commitment to building products that deliver real value, along with the leverage Karp has in this space, only strengthens their position as a leader in tech. As the company continues to make waves in both the public and private sectors, it's clear they're not slowing down anytime soon. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money. So, Palantir continues to surprise everyone. Market has been crashing, but it is showing signs of recovery. Everything changed overnight. People are speculating. Meta CEO just leaked a huge revelation with Palantir, and it might make things go completely insane in 2025. But there's a catch. Is this real? How will this make sense? And what on earth am I even talking about? Well, let me explain. Disclaimer. The market has been all over the place lately, crashing hard, but now showing signs of bouncing back. According to one analyst's price analysis, Palantir's price took a dive below the 50 range but didn't stay there for long. It quickly rebounded. The vibe in the market flipped almost overnight. At first, people were panicking, selling off their holdings left and right. It felt like everyone was bracing for the worst. But as soon as the price bounced back, the mood completely shifted. Now it's like the fear has flattened, and everyone's feeling hopeful and optimistic again. It's crazy how fast things can turn around. A lot of people are now saying this recent dip was just a golden buying opportunity, with some even hoping it drops lower so they can scoop up more. One Twitter user summed up the vibe perfectly, joking, "If you bought Palantir at $80, you are so redacted LMAO." He went on to say, "Thousands of retail holders went all in and added leverage just to get slaughtered, only for me to buy their maximum pain all over again. So bullish myself. I'm sorry, not sorry. Been there, done that." It's a wild sentiment, but it speaks to how much optimism has returned, even in the face of the chaos. Palantir's quick rebound from that brutal correction has people convinced it's building strength again. And now, more than ever, retail and seasoned investors alike are looking at it as a long-term play. The volatility might have scared some away, but for others, it's just fuel for their confidence. Here's the thing. One analyst is predicting that Palantir might dip even further, potentially dropping significantly in the coming weeks. A Twitter analyst shared his take, saying he believes there's still room for a negative 10% move before it stabilizes. With this in mind, people are already preparing their positions, getting ready to buy more if the price drops again. The excitement is real, with many seeing this as a chance to stack up on shares at a discount. One Twitter user even proudly shared that he just bought 1,000 more shares of Palantir, doubling down while others wait to see what happens. It's clear that despite the uncertainty, the bullish sentiment is alive and kicking. While some people see this dip as a curse, others are feeling completely hyped about it. For them, it's like the market just handed them a gift, another chance to buy more shares at a lower price. Instead of panicking, they're treating this as an opportunity to strengthen their positions, confident that the long-term payoff will be worth it. It's a classic case of one person's loss being another's gain, and the optimism is contagious for those betting big on Palantir's future. Speaking of Palantir's future, looking at the bigger picture, Palantir isn't just another company. It's positioned to dominate the AI industry in a way that's hard to ignore. And it's not just Palantir driving this shift. Even major players like Meta are making big moves. Recently, Mark Zuckerberg shared some pretty eye-opening predictions about how AI is going to transform everything starting in 2025. In an interview, he revealed that Meta, along with other companies, will have AI systems advanced enough to replace mid-level engineers. These AI tools will write code, which he admitted will be expensive to run at first, but eventually, most of the code and apps will be created by AI engineers instead of people. He said this shift will free up human engineers to focus on more creative and ambitious projects, pushing boundaries in ways we haven't even thought of yet. Here's the crazy part. As you guys know, Meta just teamed up recently with Palantir to bring their AI model into the US government, specifically for defense and national security applications. Meta is working with Palantir to integrate their large language model into critical government functions, which is huge. Now, this raises an interesting question. Does this mean Palantir is about to expand its power to a much broader audience? Could it one day become as mainstream and accessible as some of the most common tools we use daily? If they continue to build on this momentum, integrating their AI solutions into government and enterprise systems, there's a strong chance Palantir's tech could eventually be in the hands of a wider range of users. With the world increasingly focused on AI-driven innovations, Palantir is in a prime position to influence everything from national security to everyday software applications. This partnership with Meta might just be the beginning, and if things continue on this trajectory, we could see Palantir's tech becoming a staple in many industries, far beyond where it is now. It's exciting to think about where they could be headed. But here's something crazier. Let's take a step back and remember what Palantir's CEO, Alex Karp, said about the future of AI. He's always been outspoken about how Palantir and AI are set to dominate the US industry. He even called it the start of a revolution, saying, "America is in the very beginning of a revolution that we own. The AI revolution. We own it. It should be called the US AI revolution." He went on to say that every major tech company in the world has a presence in the US, and no other country can match the scale of innovation happening here. When you think about it, it all makes sense now. With everything aligning, the collaboration with Meta, the expanding role of AI in defense and national security, and the increasing integration of AI in industries across the board, Palantir is right in the heart of this revolution. It's clear that there's a lot coming for the company. Their role in the AI space, combined with their expertise in handling sensitive data, positions them as a key player for years to come. For investors, this could be just the beginning of something much bigger as the US continues to lead the AI charge. It's exciting times ahead, and Palantir is definitely in the driver's seat. In fact, Palantir has a lot to offer, and its adoption is very fast. One of Palantir's architects made this pretty clear in a tweet. He said, "Let's be real. If executives want to cut IT costs, it's because the value proposition is weak. If you're delivering 10 times or more value, then no one's going to talk about cost cutting. They'll be talking about investing more. When I see focus on cost cutting, it's a sign to me that the IT organization is not delivering value. Time to move beyond the data lake into operational applications." This statement hits home for Palantir. They've never been about cutting corners or just offering basic solutions. The value they bring is massive, and as the tweet suggests, when you're delivering high-impact results, the conversation shifts from cost-cutting to investing more. Palantir isn't just storing data in lakes. They're using it to build operational tools that directly solve real-world problems, from defense to business applications. This philosophy is what makes Palantir so important right now, as companies and governments look for ways to harness AI and data more efficiently. Palantir's ability to move beyond traditional data storage and offer actionable, operational solutions puts them in a unique position to lead the charge. The current state of Palantir shows they're not just a niche player in the data world. They're setting the stage for widespread adoption across various industries. It's clear that Palantir isn't just a company of the future. It's a company that's shaping the future right now. On top of all that, one renowned market analyst also weighed in with a bold statement on Twitter, saying, "In the future, the only department in a company will be IT." This really resonates when you think about how Palantir operates. As more and more industries rely on data-driven decisions and AI to power their operations, the lines between different departments will blur, with IT at the center of it all. Companies are moving away from traditional structures where departments like HR, finance, and marketing operate in silos. Instead, everything will be integrated into a tech-driven ecosystem, with IT being the backbone that supports everything. This is where Palantir shines. Their platform is built to integrate, analyze, and operationalize data in a way that touches every part of an organization. Whether it's in defense, healthcare, finance, or other sectors, Palantir's ability to provide actionable insights and streamline operations is exactly what companies will need as they move into a future where IT is central. Despite the recent volatility, the fundamentals that make Palantir an essential player in the AI and data space remain strong. With the company continuing to expand its reach, especially with partnerships like the one with Meta, it's easy to see why the stock is still generating excitement for long-term investors. As more companies realize the need for powerful IT and data solutions, Palantir's value only seems to increase, making their current price look like an opportunity for those who see where things are headed. But what is your opinion on this? Comment down below. If you are curious to find more, then make sure to click on one of the videos you see on the screen. And with that, we come to the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, then turn on the notifications bell on this channel. Missing an important Palantir update might make you lose money, so don't risk it. Also, please share this video with as many people as possible. Let's get this news out there.